Hi guys, we're going to tie a famous, I suppose, North American pattern called the silver rat, and I'm pretty sure this one also had a bit of a following on the west coast of Ireland, especially when you go down sort of below Ballina. So we have here, this is a size 4 N2 partridge, although any single or double salmon iron would do. I'm using a red thread. So this fly has a silver tip and yellow tag. So what we're going to do is tie in a fine silver tinsel and take it down our body. Now, what I like to do is to have my tip and tag just on the down turn of the bend, and then hopefully that our tail will be coming out off the straight part of the shank, and therefore that won't deviate. If you tie your tip and tag up here, then obviously they're going to get in the way to some degree of your tail set. So this is a fine oval silver tinsel. I'm just going to put on 3 or 4 turns of that, take off my thread wraps till I come back to it, tie it in, and then travel forward to a point that's roughly, if you let your tinsel, or sorry, not your tinsel, your tie and thread hang down, it should be roughly level with the point of the hook. So I'm going to trim that off in tight. So we have a yellow floss or silk tag. So I'm going to wrap that forward until I get to that point again. And then I'm just untwisting my silk, and you can see as I wrap I'm sort of trying to get it to inch forward. And that'll help it to wrap nice and flat. And now I'm going to take this forward and it'll help to create a smoothish underbody for the tinsel body afterwards. So I get to the return part of the eye here, which is naturally a step on this side, so I'm going to tie that in just behind it and fold those lengths back. As you can see now, these are tied back, so it just builds us up a little bit towards this because I don't want to step. So next what I'm going to do is take my silver rib and I'm going to put that up until it's touching. Now this is probably why I've chosen this slightly thicker sort of rib. Once I get it started, I will then wrap backwards until I'm down where I want my tag to end. So, tail on this fly is a golden pheasant topping. I'm going to choose a very flat one here, but use what you have. I'll tie it in and then I'll wrap it back. Okay. And I wrap over the whole bit of that. As you can see, I'm trying not to create steps because we're going to put on a tinsel body, and basically that'll show up whatever's underneath it. So we now take our silver mylar. This is sort of medium, pick whatever suits yourself. This is actually a double coloured one, so it's gold on one side and silver on the other. So what I'm going to do is tie it in up here with the gold side pointing upwards. The reason for that is as you wrap your first turn, it will actually turn over on itself. And then I'm going to wrap down and then back up again. So try and keep this touching if you can. If not, don't be overly prissy about it, because it's really there to cover up any gaps that might appear in the second layer. So as you can see, we went down to the tail, straightened up that last turn, and then we're coming forward in, well, touching or overlapping whatever suits turns. So now we're getting one turn or so onto the actual double shank bit. This is the return eye, and wrap back over itself. Trim off, and now we'll wrap our silver rib. Now, this silver rib stands out fairly well because it's thick, but it can slip on mylar, so if you prefer you can use wire. Silver wire would do the same job. So what I try and do is take 5 turns and hopefully catch the 6th turn just as it comes around onto my side. If you want it to be very neat, you could actually trim off a little bit and take the core, strip the core, sorry. Now, for the wing, you can use silver fox, you can use whatever sort of stuff, but I suppose what we're going to use here is grey squirrel, natural grey squirrel. So we'll cut off a bunch of that and put it into a hair stacker, and that'll sort of line the tips up here. Take that out. So, wing length is a personal preference thing. Some people like it quite long. Personally, I think it probably suits being out to the back of the hook, or maybe even a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is measure it up there. And then trim that to length. Now, so this is the quick bit before it dries. We just want to get that wrapped down in position. And to finish this fly off, we're going to wrap a natural grizzle. And this is saltwater cape. I'll always use whatever suits. Some people like a very cocky cape, and some people like a more henny sort of a cape, so I'm doubling this over. I do have a video on doubling hackles. What I'll probably do is link that onto the end of this one somewhere, so if you look out for the link at the end of it. So I've doubled the hackle over, break off the tip of it, and then I like to tie in on the last little bit of stock. Fold it back, and then we will wrap this forward. Now my fingers are in the way, but there's a reason for that, because I am shaping that in as I wind. I'm choosing what direction it lays in. So it's up to yourself how many turns you put on. You can wrap on the whole hackle if you so choose, or you can leave it 1 or 2 turns. Just going to snip that off. And then to finish off the fly, usually what I'll do is super glue a portion of our tying thread, and then as I wrap that, I can choose to shape the head as we go. So there's obviously a blob there of super glue. So lots of turns there, but the thing about tying a neat fly and being in control of what you're doing is that you can add as many turns as you want to build a head up to whatever size you want, but if you're not in control of what you're doing and you produce a huge head to start off with, then you can't reduce the size of it. So that is our fly tied. What we'll do now is just to super glue the head again, like a varnish almost. And then when that sets, we'll take a coat of clear varnish. Now I like this Sally Hansen Hard as Nails with nylon in it, and as I said, that'll get a few coats of that whenever it dries. But that is our rusty rat, silver rat. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe, press the like and subscribe button. Until next time, thanks for watching, and tight lines.